So, after kind of a rough meet score-wise to start, they seem to make some strides today. They did have a few rough spots again, but the highs were
higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of newbies competing, and they're trying to find, they're trying so hard that they're creating mistakes. So they're trying to stick those landings, and then that actually creates them to tighten up and to take a step forward instead of just relax into the landing. So I think, the heart is in the right place. They're pushing as hard as they can, and that's good to see. But now that I think with each week, that confidence will continue to grow. Jenna did a really good job because originally we had Sabrina Gill in beam lineup, but she had something happen on bars, and so she wasn't able to compete on beam. So as a freshman, she did a great job. She had to throw in an aerial walkover at the end, which she wobbled on because she wouldn't have had enough skills. So she put that in there and fought through it hard, didn't give up, and I liked that fight that I saw from her. Kayla did better on vault, had some struggles on bars, but definitely improved on vault. It was nice to see Naya do a great job on the exhibitions that she did. So it's kind of finding out who are those first couple of people in each lineup. We have a few that we're playing with in different spots to try to figure out who is it that's going to be those go-to people at the end of season. So you'll probably see some shuffling on a few events here and there still. But I was really proud of them to let go of everything and just focus in on beam and do what they always do. Yeah, there were a few wobbles here and there, but overall they fought, and the majority of their beam routine was really solid, So we just have to make sure that we don't give deductions away on those landings. That's a big part of it. I'd say on vault, that's at least 5/10 right there, and that would have made a difference there. Bars was just one of those days where they had 2 misses, and that's going to make a big difference in that score. So
once those things kind of sort themselves out, do you think you guys are in a pretty good place? Floor looks strong again, and beam,
yeah.
It looks pretty good. So
I definitely do think so. Alyssa did a great job. She was out all last year. The first 2 on bars. Colette fell last meet and came back and did a good job of starting us off this time, and then Alyssa followed her up. But Alyssa's been doing a really good job after having a year off from a torn Achilles and coming back into the lineup for us. And Isis has been really, really consistent, and it just was off. But she came back on the next 2 events and did a phenomenal job with a 9.875 and a 9.95.
I wanted to talk to you about Alyssa as well.
Okay.
I guess I can do it just right here. But I'm doing a separate story.
Okay.
Coming back after missing so much time.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff, what did you see in her when she was not able to compete? But what she did to be able to get herself back to the.
Well, she really communicated with our trainers and our strength staff, and really put the time and the effort into everything they asked her to do. And they were really pleased with how hard she worked for them, and it definitely paid off so that she's coming back and stronger than she was, I really, truly believe.
What, did she take on any kind of role, while she was out?
Yeah, the timing was a little crazy, so at the beginning, but as she was able to come back a little bit more, she definitely got in there at the end. Kind of what Jane and Lena are doing right now. Both of them have torn their Achilles, and they're working hard to come back as well. So it's really a good group of women that they really make sure that every single person on the team, whether you're injured or whether you're competing in 3 or 4 lineups, everyone knows what their role is. And they bring 100% of their energy to that role. And that's what Alyssa did and has really helped us out. And I think it made a difference when she came back because it helped her stay connected with the team.
Coach, what's the biggest takeaway moving into the next event? What can you take away from today?
I think that it's, like I said, it's a lot of, we have a lot of seniors, but we have a lot of young ones coming in and replacing routines. And as they find their confidence there, they're going to skyrocket. And I think that's what we're doing each time and each week. The freshmen are getting used to that turnaround fast. It's okay, we competed, now we compete again. They usually have a couple weeks in between, but they're both doing a really good job of coming in and training hard on each event. And then our walk-ons are amazing because they give us so much depth and so much additional support. I mean, so many of those routines are performed by walk-on athletes as well as scholarship athletes. And so it truly goes to, you know, we talk about it all the time. Once you're on the team, there isn't a difference between a walk-on athlete or a scholarship athlete. Everyone has that right to that spot, and they work hard for that. And if they're not in lineup, they're pushing the rest of the lineup to try to get into lineup to make sure they're on their toes. So I think the takeaways are really also to focus in on our landings, our sureness of that, and just to keep building. They got better in a lot of areas than what I watched on film last week since I wasn't there. So that's a positive, but we have a long way to go.